Champollion and Deciphering Hieroglyphs. On the right side of this panel, you will find two words placed one above the other, written in hieroglyphs with their corresponding translations. On the left side is a portrait of the famous Jean-François Champollion, who played a major role in deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. The fascinating history of this deciphering, however, needs an introduction. Around 2,350 years ago, when Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, the ancient Greek language was used alongside Egyptian hieroglyphs, particularly in administrative contexts. Hieroglyphs, on the other hand, stopped being used around the 4th century CE. The most famous administrative text is an official decree from Pharaoh Ptolemy V, inscribed on a stela made of granodiorite, a hard dark stone. It was discovered in 1799 by one of Napoleon's soldiers in the city of Rosetta, El Rashid, which lies on the west bank of the Nile Delta. On the Rosetta Stone, the same text is written in 3 different languages: hieroglyphs, Demotic, the everyday written language of ancient Egypt at the time, and ancient Greek. The discovery of this artifact, now held in the British Museum in London, was crucial to deciphering hieroglyphs. Scholars had been studying this script for many years. In 1816, the English mathematician Thomas Young identified the name of the pharaoh Ptolemy written in hieroglyphs by comparing it with its version in ancient Greek. The hieroglyphs for Ptolemy's name were written in a cartouche, an oval shape where the names of the pharaohs were inscribed. This was the first step towards cracking the code. Young realized that each hieroglyph corresponded to a sound. Jean-François Champollion, a young French linguist, confirmed Young's theory by studying other Ptolemaic monuments and texts, and along with the name of Ptolemy, he also identified the name of Cleopatra on the Rosetta Stone. He discovered that the same 3 signs found in the name of Ptolemy, Ptolemaios in Greek, were also in Cleopatra's cartouche. These signs corresponded to the sounds P, L, and O. Champollion then tested this theory by looking at other cartouches and managed to identify the names of many Greek and Roman rulers, as well as deciphering a large number of hieroglyphs. The real key to reading hieroglyphs was Champollion's excellent knowledge of Coptic, the last form of the ancient Egyptian language still used in Coptic churches today. The most important discovery Champollion made was when he was studying a cartouche, shown at the bottom right of the panel, from the ancient Egyptian temple of Abu Simbel. The cartouche only had 4 signs. Champollion thought that the first circular sign might represent the sun. The Coptic word for sun is Ra, or also pronounced Re. You'll notice that in both cartouches on the panel, the last hieroglyph on the far right resembles a type of hook. It is actually a folded piece of cloth. This hieroglyph, as was already discovered in Ptolemy's cartouche, represents the sound S. So, if the name in the cartouche started with Ra or Re and ended with the double S, this name could only correspond to the pharaoh Ramses. The hieroglyph in the center, therefore, could correspond to the compound noun mes, which is similar to the Coptic word mise, meaning birth. The hieroglyph mes, which in Egyptian means sun, was used to write compound names such as Rames, son of Ra, or Thutmose, son of Thoth. On the 27th of September 1822, Champollion officially announced his discovery. Today, scholars consider this date to be the official birth of Egyptology.